Hey guys, hello. How are we? Welcome. Yeah, it should be good fun tonight. Actually, it's gonna be pretty chill, to be honest. It's a bit short notice. I'm kind of launching something new here on the channel. I'm launching I'm finding that I'm less doing box breaks here on YouTube now, but I still want to go live and I want to like offer value to you guys. And I think one of the things is to kind of just shoot the shit, really. It's probably a good way to say it. And just come on. And my aim in the future is to try and get some guests on and like mix it up a bit. Like I'm thinking maybe get some people that work for Whatnot on, like actually direct. You can ask questions. Maybe see if I can get people from TCGs on, other card store owners, stuff like that. And just really mix it up, really, and make a bit of fun of it, really, and just enjoy something where I can just talk and be me, you know. So tonight is really short notice. I appreciate it. So thank you to everyone that has joined. And thank you to those who have chucked some questions in the Discord. As Stormlight so eloquently pointed out, I gave you guys 7 minutes to get questions in. So one of the questions was, how many questions do you think you'll get in 7 minutes? Maybe a couple. I do know that Lanky's got a question in for me and stuff. But what we'll do is we will run through some questions. There is a giveaway as well. I'm announcing the winner of this slab. For those of you guys that don't know, one of my latest videos, there was a giveaway. I will link it a little bit later on in the stream so you guys can all go and enter, and we'll spin a wheel and we will draw the winner. You don't need to be here to claim that, so it'll be to like the comments on that video. So there's lots of people that could win that, but there is that Build-A-Bear right there. I probably need to make a new overlay for it as well, really, but we can rock with this. Who have we got here? Lanky can do another community collector show off. Yeah, community. That's a sick idea. Very good idea. Maybe we'll do that for next week as well. Let's add a community collection show off, like great rate my collection sort of situation as well. Do you play Pokemon Go? No, I do not actually, guys. I do not. You have the best son, aka me. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, my wife's in the chat. Love that. That was really good. Mattculli, Coca-Cola, reach out. That's it. They've actually got the writing perfect, so the drinking is like in a really good spot actually for that. But yeah, I'm also going to be going through this binder with you tonight, guys, because I need your help, really. I want to grade maybe 10 to 20 of the cards from this collection to grade and to sell, actually. I was collecting alternate arts, and I'm only going to collect Charizards now, really, and cards that have like a memory to them and stuff like that. So I'm going to be grading a lot of cards from this and selling them over the course of the next like month or so on Whatnot. And obviously we've got some big stuff in there. I'll just show you that page 1. You can see the one right in the middle there. Probably jumps out to you guys. And yes, we're going to send that for grading with Ace. So we'll go through that as well at some point. And then at the end of the stream, guys, we'll announce the winner to this slab. But who is here anyway? What? You got to wipe along your forehead? What? I just got what you meant. I thought, yeah, okay, I get it. What's your favorite Pokemon? It's Charizard. I'm so basic when it comes to Pokemon. Charizard is my favorite. It just is. I mean, you're right, babe. What? Oh, you, babe? Yeah. Yeah. Grade that can. Hey Paul, how you doing? How do you get an avatar? You should have one now. Now that you've commented, you'll have one. Mods, feel free to run battle royales whenever you like. We're not doing giveaways on the stream tonight. I'm doing the stream tonight for you guys that want to come and support me and watch. And yeah, so no just random giveaways going on. Simple but good. I like Umbrella Mewtwo. Nice. So I've kind of explained what's going on there. And hopefully I'll have it a little bit more refined moving forwards, and I'll have a bit more time to build it up. But let me have a look at my Discord then, and let's see what we've got going on. So, first question is actually from Lanky, and the question is, With the decrease in collectors in the hobby now compared to 2 years ago, and Pokemon increasing their RRP on products, do you reckon / hope more and more third-party sellers and stores will have to reduce their prices to sell the abundance of stock for Scarlet and Violet right now? And do you know of any Sword and Shield reprints? So, regards reprints, I know that lots of people have placed back orders for Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars and stuff like that with Asmodee, but as of yet there's no like concrete evidence. I think it's likely that we'll end up getting a wave of something. We had it before at early Sword and Shield. They did some reprints of Sun and Moon era card sets like Cosmic Eclipse and stuff like that. So it's probably likely that we'll see another little reprint, that's for sure. Regards the other question, you kind of, it's not really a question actually to me. You've made a statement, if I'm honest with you, Lanky, and you've actually pretty much hit the nail on the head. Stores can't sell product for what they were able to a couple of years ago. It is a real fight to the bottom as a store and owning a store. It's like, do you be the store that races to be the cheapest, or do you be the store that maybe just offers the best service? Sometimes it's a difficult balance to try and hit with that sort of thing. I don't really know. I think there's two ways of looking at it. You either offer a good service and charge slightly more and hope that you get customer retention, or I personally feel the best way to go, and this will lead me onto it. There's another question here that's going to lead more onto it. I actually think that now owning a store, and to really make a viable business and to make money, you do need to be one of the cheapest, and you need to be selling quantity of product to make some decent money. To give you an example, if you sell a booster box from Asmodee for £100 and you've bought it direct, when you take VAT and everything into account and stuff like that, and the fact that most people charge free delivery, you probably make about £4 or £5 on a booster box if you sell it for 100 quid. So if that gives you an idea when it comes to starting a business, thinking if you need to be shifting quantity to actually make some viable income there. That's why a lot of stores now sell via Whatnot, because then they can sell packs at like £4 a pack, and that way you're making maybe £40 on a booster box rather than £4. You know, yes, it's more time and effort, but you can potentially get a better return on investment there. So, what? Cookie Cutter, how you doing, Cookie Cutter? Hey, Ken-X, how you doing? Massive legend here. Lanky as well. Hey, Lanky with the Battle Royale win. Let's go, buddy. So yeah, that is my thoughts on it, really. I think that I don't think Sword and Shield as it stands is being... It's true. I don't think... Well, we won't see the highs of 2 years ago. We won't see the highs of the collectible market of the COVID era, because as we know, I think that was a perfect storm of COVID, and then you had people like Logan Paul and other celebrities highlighting them, which caused like just a rush in popularity on it. You look at the way NFTs have absolutely crumbled. They were super popular, and now they're worth absolutely nothing. So we're never going to see booster boxes going for 150 a box again. I think a rate anything between 100 and 105 is what you're going to see for booster boxes and stuff like that. Oh, I'm really gassy since I took that thing. Thoughts on the value of Roaring Moon? Will it drop? So I will get to that question in a moment. Actually, Cookie Car, I'm not sure if you know, I've got my Discord linked above. If you join, I've made a Cully's Corner channel in there for questions, and I'm kind of like working through the list. So I'll jump round to that in a bit. Okay, so thank you though, Lanky. I appreciate the comment. Stormlight, my question is, how many questions did you expect to receive in 7 minutes? Have a nice Q&A. Stormlight being super salty here. No, we love you, Stormlight. I was expecting 1 or 2. Then we got, okay. This is a really good question. Okay, and actually he's got a serious one. Oh, we got a few actually in here now. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we're going for... we have D. D ... has said, what does a day-to-day look like for someone who runs a card business like Evo? And if you had to start again tomorrow, how would you build a card business? So, well, long and short of it, This is really poignant. It's a really good question, actually. I think, yeah, it's a really good question. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? So, what is it like running a card business? So, I wouldn't say I run a card business full time. We have a space. Our office is based actually at my mum's. My mum has stables and they've been converted, and one of them's converted into an office that I rent to use as like our stock room. So it's a big space, and we've got racks and everything in there to run it, like the packing space and everything like that. I go to the office 3 times a week, roughly, to package orders and send them out. I probably spend 1 to 2 hours a time when I'm there. It can really depend on what's been going on, whether we've been running a big sale, whether we're selling. So, for example, we sell vintage cards as well as sealed product. If I just sold sealed product, it would be a lot quicker. The fact that I sell vintage is a lot longer because we have a huge catalogue and we have rows and rows of boxes with cards with labels, and I have to match the number, like I said, 6057, and I have to find that card and put it out. And sometimes there are stock issues, and you'll have cards where for some reason it's not reduced to stock level or it was miscounted correctly, so I then maybe have to do a refund on a card and email the customer, and stuff like that can take a lot longer. Whereas with seal's a lot faster. You know, someone's order is much quicker. You don't get, there's less to go through. Does that make sense? So if you're running a sealed business, a lot easier to manage. If you're selling vintage cards and singles and stuff, that's a bigger job. That is definitely a bigger job because you've got to look at the uploading, the checking the cards before you upload it, making sure when you, for example, we've got like 50 of one card from EX0, like a non-holo. You need to check all 50 to make sure they're very similar condition before you list it, because you can't be listing it as a near mint and then having one in there that's light play. Now, don't get me wrong, mistakes happen, and sometimes there might be the card that slipped through, that's damaged, that's sold out, and again, that's another process. It's another loss of money that you take because you are basically having to post them out another one at your own expense. So you're losing out selling a card, plus you're then having to pay postage again to send it to them for the error that you've made. We always rectify those errors, and then we'll often offer a small discount code for the next order as a way of apology as well to go with it. So that yeah, it's there's a lot to go. Hey Riley, how you doing? Figure what out? Oh, yeah. You can't do a lot, Gabrielle. It kind of just auto does it, and then they run battle royales. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. So yeah, if I was to start again, and the reason I say it's quite poignant is it's likely that I will be in the new year. It's likely that I will no longer be part of Evo Cards in the very near future, actually. For example, I'm at London Card Show on Sunday, the Sunday coming, but I will not be there with Evo. I'm there as myself, as a creator, so I've got a creator pass or whatever they call it. And stuff. I will be doing it again, and what I will be doing is not selling singles. I will be doing just sealed product. The things that I will change a lot is I will have full control over what's going on. I will offer discounts to my members here over on YouTube for my store. That would be something I would do. I would run a lot more different offers and sales on products that, for example, let's say I got in 60 booster boxes of Paradox, and it's not. I'd be offering offers where you get some Voltex sleeves with it, or maybe you get half price. You get a half price Voltex binder if you buy a Paradox Rift booster box and stuff. And I would be able to have control and just make those decisions whenever I like. Sit and fire out an email. I have learnt a lot since running Evo, so I know the pitfalls and a lot of things I change. And one of them is I would just keep it maybe slightly smaller, offer stuff cheaper, and offer you guys more. The problem is where I run the business with 2 other people, I'm not able to just go, here guys, have a 20% off code for my site, which I would do for you guys. I would, maybe not 20, but, you know, like 10% off. My members, if you become a member on the channel, you just get 10% off on my website. Of course I would do that. Like, you guys allow me to do, like, you know, and I need a store to help me do what I do. I need to be able to get hold of product. I need to be able to do like reviews on it. I need to be able to do breaks over and whatnot. You know, it's very important for me to have a store. And I think it's important for me to have my own control over that store as well. So, Yes, so eventually as well, I want to actually have a brick and mortar store as well. That's what another thing I would build to. But I wouldn't go and try and put it in the middle of it. I would probably be in my high street where I live in Henfield, have a small store there, and I would probably, my sister would like extra work and her partner, and I would probably let them run it. I wouldn't go, I'd just pop in and out, but I would have someone else run it, and it'd be close by so I can help out if needed. But mainly keep it somewhere to send orders out from and stuff, and eventually run pre-release events. Yeah, I'd love to do that, and like host like other types of events and stuff at my little shop. I think that'd be great. So that would be what I'd be doing. So thank you very much, Dee, for that question. I hope that sort of helped. Let's see what else we've got. What would your best bit of advice be for someone new to selling on Whatnot? And that is from A. ... Why have loads of people got their names with just ... afterwards, by the way? Is that like a running trend now? Because we've got A. What would your best bit? So, my advice, and this is actually a really big thing, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Don't think of Whatnot as somewhere you can start selling and you're all of a sudden going to have a full-time job doing it. It's tough. In my honest opinion, if you join Whatnot and you're selling singles, and let's say you've got lots of vintage cards, you've got binders like this, and you can go through and you can afford to just auction, you're not going to get the same money you'd get for selling on eBay. That's a fact. You're relying on, let's say you've got 10 people in your stream, you're relying on all 10 of those people having the money and wanting to buy one card that you're putting up. Whereas, and then it's 30-second auction and stuff like that. Whereas like eBay, you've got a week and it's got thousands of people that could potentially see it. It's very different. Also, if you're looking to go on there because you're like, I don't know, I just want to break packs, I want to do box breaks and stuff like that. If you're not able to buy the boxes at trade price, i.e. if you don't have an Asmodee account, you're very more than likely going to not make any money at all on Whatnot, and you'll be doing it purely for the fun of it, really, if that's my opinion. Unless you have a following. I think one of the main things can be having a following. Now, there's two ways to come at being a Whatnot seller. You either have lots of like cards to sell and you just run lots of auctions and slab sales and stuff because people love that and that does better, or you're a content creator already that has an audience that will come and watch you and support you over there. And I think without that, you are seeing on Whatnot people who don't have an audience who are now trying to sell on Whatnot, having 1, 2, 3 people in their stream and no one buying the packs, or if they do, they have to sell them cheap and then they don't make any money. So because you've got to weigh up, you've got to buy all the packaging material that goes with the sleeves, everything else, and you've got to think, well, actually, if I sell a pack for £4 and Whatnot take 12%, plus they take 30p as well on top for their transaction fee, then I've got to put a penny sleeve on it, which isn't quite a penny, is it? Then I might have to do a semi-rigid, then a team bag, then a package, then I've got to print the label, and the labels might be 3p or something. By the time you add that up, you go, actually, if I sold that pack for £4, I've actually made 5p or something on that booster pack. So really, it's a very tough gig to do that. And I think it's just being honest about it. I think too many, go. I'd rather just be honest and just set the expectation. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just setting the expectation of what will happen if you try and start selling on Whatnot and you just do breaks. Just popping in, hope you're well. Currently sitting in the hospital as my partner is being... Hey, congratulations, Abba, my guy. Let's go. My guy. I'm just going to take a break here just to look at a what account? Sorry. The market on Whatnot is far cheap. The way it is bulk selling and doing breaks and stuff. Even for me, guys, like I look and I might get 20 plus people in a stream if I do a box break. Whereas if I do a single stream, that's 3-4 times as many people in the stream. They do a lot better, 100%. But you can't just go on doing reverse hollows and be like, right, we're just going to auction this card, for example. You need decent stuff. You need to be doing the ARs and better and stuff. You might be able to do bundles of EXs and stuff, but you got to get creative. You can't necessarily, unless you have a section on the stream where it's like, you could run something called like complete your collection part, and basically you just get loads of commons and uncommons out from sets, and you can go through for someone and just like pick out all the cards they want, and they just do a purchase of that bundle. that can work. But I find that's something that people would normally do towards the end of a stream. So do the main part and then they'll do a bit of filler at the end where they go through and do that sort of stuff for people. Did you get my email? Yes, so I just want to remind everyone, just a quick thing. Anyone that won a members giveaway last week, I came back from Portugal and I printed the labels for my Whatnot stream that I did on the Friday, and it was my last label. I have more labels coming tomorrow, so I will get all the giveaway price. They're all literally here, guys. I will get them posted out tomorrow when the labels actually get here. So yeah, that was a bit of an error. I can't post anything without labels, unfortunately. Hey Matt, how you good? Did you get my something weird on the screen, Matt, cutting off the names, it seems. Is it? Seems to be alright. So how do you know if you win? Yeah, last one left. Whenever the guys, yo, Cookie Cat says PokeDav. PokeDav, a what account? What was that referring to? Sorry. That's right, Gabrielle. Yo, we got someone who is verified here. Let's go. That's it. That's it. It'd be like 100k, right? 100k subscribers, Cookie Cutter. Minimum 100k. So what? I wonder. Should we have a look? Oh, I can't. It will make stuff go wrong. It's good though. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Let me go back to the Discord. I also then want to jump in, guys, and I'm actually going to show you a website, and I want to show you some prices of some cards as well, because I've got a video dropping about the top 10 Paradox Rift cards, and also what my thoughts are on investing in it. I'm not going to get that tonight. I'll save it for the video. But I thought it'd be quite cool to show you some of those top 10 cards first. But let's have a look beforehand at another question. So thank you so much to A. Let me go and chuck a heart on that as well. I've answered that question. Thank you. Okay, Stormlight. Here we go. How do you get an account for a trade price? Oh, okay, right. Actually, I'll answer that quickly for you. So if you want to have an account to be able to buy products for Pokemon Asmodee at trade, Asmodee is the main distributor for the UK. There are two other distributors that actually buy off Asmodee and put a very slight margin on top for themselves, so you still don't even get it at the cheapest rate. To be with Bliss or Mudlet are the other two. If you, oh my god, balloons! What was that from? Why did the balloons come up? You guys see that? Balloons? What is this random stuff? I have no idea. Ah, the hearts are coming up. Thanks, guys. So, let me quickly answer. And Paul, I see you. Paul, can you chuck it in the Discord quick for us? And I'll answer that for you in a sec. Yo, Cookie Cutter has 817k subscribers. No, what do you do, Cookie Cutter, if you don't mind me asking? While I answer your question, how do you get an account for trade price cards? So, it's quite a quick one. Bliss and Mudlet, you just need to have a limited company and you need to have a website that shows that you sell Pokemon, and you can apply for an account with both of them pretty fast. They will pretty much accept you straight away now because they have so much stock that they're desperate to sell it. Asmodee, though, which is the one you really want, that's tougher. You need to be VAT registered and you need to have a website like that has all terms and conditions and everything filled out that they need to know prior to it happening. So there's a bit more work to having it, and being VAT registered can be a pain in the ass. However, if you set up a website via Shopify, you can actually link QuickBooks and put your VAT number and everything in, and it should automatically, as long as you're putting your purchases in and stuff like that, into QuickBooks, and it's going via QuickBooks, you should be able to get like what your VAT is quite simple, a lot easier than doing it manually. If you start selling single cards on your website, that's when things get difficult, because the VAT thing is very complicated, because when you're a VAT registered company, if you buy someone's collection off eBay, let's say, that you don't get to claim VAT on that. So then if you go and sell the cards, let's say you buy a collection for £100 and then you sell them for 200, you lose 20% of that to VAT, and then you lose 20% of the profit to tax. So you lose a lot of money. So when you become VAT registered, you actually, some cases, will make less money on things. Being VAT registered is not all it's cracked up to be. But it is a requirement if as a business you're turning over 80k a year. You have to be VAT registered. But anyway, there are margin schemes though, where you only pay the VAT on the profit and then you pay the tax after that as well. So you can work ways, but then it becomes complicated and Shopify doesn't know those margin schemes. So that's when things become very manual with spreadsheets to work out what you're paying, keeping a track of the cards you bought and when they sell. It's very complicated. That is one of the main reasons when I go again, I will not be selling singles via the new website that I have, because it's a pain in the arse. It's a pain in the arse. So 85k from UK income, US income doesn't count. YouTube absent AdSense, you don't pay VAT on. Yeah. So a booster box with VAT on top with Romance Modi is about £90. So yeah. So next question was from Stormlight. So let's do this. Do you think future sets and generations generally would benefit from the idea sometimes less is more? By which I mean, are there too many AR, SRs, etc. in sets? They dilute the excitement and value of pulling them. I think most of the art is incredible and underappreciated. It's quite sad that ARs sell for £1 to £2. If there was only 6 in a set and 2 SARs, that would be more sought after. Also, hollows in Scarlet and Violet, when announced, sounded awesome, but in reality they are considered a miss. Quite a shame really compared to the past. Well, okay Stormlight, that is a good question. And I think you highlight some really good points. We live in a world now where gratification is instant, right? Where you can go through and flick and watch videos. Like, God, I was thinking the other day, I'm friggin' addicted to like short content now. Before I know it, 45 minutes ago, and I've been on my phone with the TV series playing that I wanted to watch, and I've been watching my phone, watching shorts. It's all about instant gratification, being able to purchase something, being able to get it next day and stuff like that. And before we know it, that little endorphin hit is gone, and we've become an age where endorphins don't seem to last as long. And that is very much present within collecting Pokemon cards now. As you say, hollows now, because something better came along the hollows. It means hollows don't mean, like, no one cares. And then ARs come along. And then something like SARs come along and it knocks up. We do have, you are probably right, that sets are oversat. We ask for more, and then it very quickly becomes boring now because we get so much. We're an era of just give, that's not good enough, give, that's not good enough, give, that's not good enough. And actually, we then moan if a set comes out and it has really hard pull rates. I don't think we're ever going to make anyone happy. But I don't think they'll ever go back to the days of 2 secret rares and stuff like that, because I don't really know why they wouldn't do it. Like, I think that's a good question to throw out to you guys. Like, why do you think Pokemon would ever strip back with sets and just go for like 2 secret rares again, like they used to in XY era, for example? XY would have 1 or 2 secret rares in a set. You know, like a couple of like gold border cards, like for example, Breakpoint had a Gyarados and a Volcanion, wasn't it? Oh no, wait, just the Gyarados, wasn't it? It's like 1, and then it was Steam Siege that had the Volcanion. You know, what do you reckon? Let's have a look at your question. Question: what are your thoughts on different grading Okay, Tahinis, I am currently answering questions through the Discord for the moment, but I do love that question. I have a link to my Discord above. If you want to jump in there to that link, there's a section called CULLI Corner. Copy, paste, slap it in there, and I'll answer in a sec, because I might forget otherwise. Imagine Illustrator auto cards. Well, that's the thing, Matash. That's like another thing, and it will make something else less valuable. It is almost like the more they add, the less popular other things become, isn't it? And maybe reducing I would love them to reduce set sizes. I really would. I don't like that sets now are all 250 cards plus and stuff like that. And I think it'd be nice to see 100 to 150 card sets. That way, if they were releasing sets as regularly as they are now, I don't think people would be so upset that they keep dropping another set if it was a lot smaller. And then reduce the higher end cards in it. I think it could make it a bit more exciting to have sort of less higher end cards. But then they've done it with stuff like Pokemon Go and stuff like that, you know. So it's a really good question. It's one to ponder. I don't really know the answer to that. I feel like either way we complain. I think that's probably the best way. If they took hits away to make them harder to get, we'd complain. If they added more, we'd complain. That makes sense? And moan that it was too easy or something. Mirroring Japanese English is a cool idea. Yeah, that is. And what else we got? Also, Hollows in Scarlet and Violet when announced. The thing is, and that leans into what you were saying, Stormlight, as well, is unfortunately just where they keep adding different types of cards. The cards that were popular, i.e. base set, was just Hollows. All WotC cards, it was Hollows, wasn't it? And then eventually Crystals. Unfortunately, yeah, Hollows just don't mean anything anymore to people. That I think it also depends what you're in the hobby for. If you're someone that plays, you're probably loving all these cards because there's so many different ability types and ways to build decks and stuff, and you don't care if it's a texture card or a holo or a common at the end of the day. But if you're a collector like I am, and even an investor to some extent, I sell cards, so maybe you would class me as an investor as well. I do get gutted that cards are sometimes super cheap. You pull a big card and you're excited because maybe you don't want it, you just want to sell it. And I'll be honest, I pull stuff and it's not like I want it. I look forward to selling it to go and buy another card I actually want. Which is not a crime, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Thank you though, Stormlight. Much love to you, buddy. Matash says, what underrated Pokemon do you wish we'd see more of in TCG? That's a really good question. What would I like to see more of? Charizard? I would though. Venusaur. I don't feel we see enough Venusaur love. I don't feel we see enough Venusaur. I don't feel we see enough Feraligatr, Meganium, and Typhlosion. Like, Gen 2 era stuff, I feel is quite low on that. Like, when did we last get some big... Other than when they brought out, like, the Hisuian versions of, like, Typhlosion and stuff. We haven't actually really seen any big throwback to that, have we? Gen 2, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. This should be a chicken nugget Pokemon. I like that. I like that. There you go, Matash. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for the question. That's a cool question. D. Is it wise to wait for 151 UPC? I'm hoping early next year it will start to come down. Okay, so this is a good question again, D. So basically, D. 151 UPCs, there will more than likely be more waves of it. Very similar to when they did the Charizard UPC, which you can actually buy still for like £90 right now. I envisage seeing more 151 UPCs over the coming months, and maybe something coming in December before Christmas. Why would Pokemon not do that? To make more money. So I would not overspend. What I would do is, if you can pick one up, my advice would be right now, just in case it doesn't happen, my advice would be try and get a 151 UPC now, but don't pay any more than £120 for the box. That would be my advice. So try and aim to pay anything under that. Anything under that, and you've got it for RRP or less. Hope that helps. Hey, okay. We got Paul! Squirt Paul! Do you think sets would be more appealing if illustrated rares replaced normal reverse holo and holo cards? Kind of goes to that question that Stormlight had. And I think it goes to, do we just want to keep asking for more in a set? Is it a case of we're a generation that's just going to go, give me more cards, give me more cards. You know, I'm not really sure. I think we're at a limit of them putting more in sets. I actually think, if anything, we need to start going backwards and making sets smaller and not having as many big hits in a set. That's my opinion. Thank you, Paul. Oh, we got another question here. We have General Mystic. If there was a museum with every sealed product from every set, as well as a complete master set and one of everything that could be graded in a 10, would you go to this museum? Yeah. I thought you were going to ask which item would I have. Will English make 25 card packs? No, they won't, unfortunately, no. That is a simplified Chinese thing because they're trying to catch up. Love seeing the questions swarm in. I know they're going. Any chance of CULLI Corners merch? Maybe. If this takes off, if we carry this on, guys, we'll have to get some other things going. I'll build this out, guys. I've quite enjoyed this, man. I always feel there's pressure when it comes to doing lives and having to do something entertaining, but like, screw it, I'm just gonna be me and just do what I do. And if 10 people show up, 10 people show up. If 100 people show up, awesome. If I can help a couple of people out, even better. Design comp for CULLI Corner merch, that's it. General Mystic, actually, as a player, you kind of care sometimes, because if you pull a gold Charizard from the City of Flames, you don't want to... Yeah, I get that as well. I get that. So, oh my god, there's actually quite a lot of questions here now. Jeez, okay. For General Mystic, of course I would go to that museum. And if I could have any item for it, it'd be a first edition Charizard in PSA 10, except I'd then cross-grade it to an Ace 10. Because if someone's asked a question about grading companies, I will elaborate on that when we get to that question. And will there be any CULLI Corner merch? To be honest, I need to do a big refresh on merch as a whole here on the channel. I really actually want to get back into making some. I want to have some fun with it. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and stuff like that. It's a way that you guys can help support me, but also as a bit of fun, right? And I will be pushing it back into that probably in the new year when I work out what's going on with my new shop, because I might sell the merch via the new store that I make and stuff as like a drop ship thing. So we shall see, guys. I don't think I'll ever buy a bunch of merch in, because I don't think I'll ever smell more than 5 t-shirts or something, you know. Right. D says, how do you find suppliers to start a card store? I don't ever plan to start one, but I've always been curious where you get. So, as I discussed earlier, if you want to start a store, firstly, you've got to decide, are you going to be a single store, or do you just want to sell Pokemon cards and have a store? And what I would say is, by store, if you mean brick and mortar, you would never want to open a brick and mortar store with just single cards. That's super risky. You need to sell sealed as well, because that's something you can consistently get. You can't guarantee that you're going to be able to get hold of collections at decent prices. So yeah, if you just have a load of cards and you're thinking of opening a store, don't do it unless you have money to burn and money to like cover you. You know, you need a burn rate there, don't you? So, but no, I buy from Asmodee, Bliss and Mudlet for sealed products. And then when it comes to cards and collections, I get a lot of messages on Instagram, people offering to sell their collections to me. And I'm very honest, by the way, with people. I'm not going to overpay. I'm not going to give someone the price of, like, let's say your cards are worth £1,000. I'm not going to give that person £1,000. I'm going to offer £600 or something like that to buy it. But I'm very honest in saying, look, you can get 1,000. I'm offering you 600 because it's going to take time. I'm going to sell each card, the time and effort. You know, you need that return on investment. You're not going to buy a collection that's worth 1,000 for £900, because actually, when you work everything, you're probably not going to make your money back. You'll lose money. You need a decent a gap there. You need to be paying 60-70% of market value to actually make profit on anything you're buying, especially if you're trying to do it as a job. If you're buying and selling cards as your job, you can't pay full price. But just be honest with the person you're making off to. I always am. And then no one's ever offended, because I'm very honest. I'm like, look, this is what I can do because I need to make money. And they're like, oh, I completely understand. No, I really hope for a bit more. I'm like, no worries at all. You know, like that's what I can offer. Your best bet then is to maybe go and sell the cards on eBay if you're looking for top whack and stuff like that. That would be my... And I always offer advice if they want to get more from it, because I'm not out there to screw people over. I want to help people. You know, the offer is there. And I even bought stuff. I bought collections of people where, let's say, I paid 600 for it, and it looked like it was worth 1,000, and I've only made a 50 quid on it. You know, so there's so much risk involved because you don't know what the market is going to do on those particular cards and stuff that you buy. Yo, Dr. Applesauce, my guy, how are you? Fair points on how to buy too. That's it, buddy, mate. This is going to be like a bit of an ongoing series, man. You'll have to jump on for one, like as come on as a guest over on Discord, and we can shoot the shit about Pokemon and maybe life as well and stuff. So it's just a general talking head, podcasty stuff thing. I'll have to drop you a message and see if you're free, like on Wednesday or Thursday night, to jump on, or my night, your day. Yeah, that's the one. But man, welcome in, Will. Nice to see you, buddy. I like it. I just bought. Wow, nice. And did you buy it to sell or for yourself? So you buy and sell. Yo, Umbra and Hunter gifting memberships. Let's go. Can anyone confirm if you need both hollow versions of energies? Okay. That's a quick question. I will jump to that actually very quickly. This is from Author. If you are doing a master set of a collection, I have bad news for you. A proper master set is all of the cards in non-hollow and all of the cards in reverse hollow. Plus, you need any promo cards that go with that set as well. And some promos for the set, especially in older era, are so hard to get hold of. Like, they were a really obscure promo card in a blister pack that was only available in like one region in America. But that's the only way to have a true master set. If you want to have a half master set, you just collect one of every card, or you get just the main set and you just get hollow and reverse hollow. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal on how it goes. I don't have Discord to have a, how much does Pokemon community help you in general? The Pokemon one, yeah, I've got that promo coming back. It will be for sale actually. I've got it at Ace right now, and it will be for sale on my upcoming Whatnot stream. I'm doing the Whatnot card show, so that's going to be one of the items up for auction on there, probably as a £1 start. So no, £10. I do slabs as £10 starts. So anyway, I will quickly answer another one. Buy at 60, sell at 90, and still offer fair deals to your customers. That's it, Dr. Applesauce. Spot on, man. Spot on when it comes to collections. You just like, it's just honesty is just key with anything you do. If you buy, if you sell, I never like to try and oversell my cards for like more than they're worth. If I ever do streams on Whatnot, we look at comps and last souls and go, oh, it sells for about 50, so let's see if we can get anywhere close to that, and it might sell for 40 or 35. It's what it is, but you leave yourself margin to be able to do that, right? When you buy collections. There was a quick question up here before I get back into Discord, but thank you very much to D once again for the question. We got Gracie coming up next with a question. Master sets also include alt cards, e.g. battle deck. Yeah, it's honestly, proper master sets are actually a bitch to complete. I did see something else. Can you confirm? Wait, no, that was it actually. That was the question. Thank you. Right, Gracie, your question. If you could change anything about Whatnot, what would you change and why? I would... It's a contentious question here, because I know someone in the chat doesn't particularly get on with them either. But I think they're making big steps to change a lot of things. They've removed all the bounty stuff, which actually I think is a good thing. So you can't really be like falsify and making people try and pay too much for stuff. I personally think they should vet people more before they allow them on the platform. I don't feel like they do it quite enough. From my experience of seeing some of the sellers on there, and you look, and I feel there needs to be a bit more looking at their stock they have and stuff like that. Maybe a bit more of a background check into them, if that makes sense. I also think they should, one thing I would actually say is there was rumors they were going to start doing it, but I think they should start publicly stating and have some way of publicly saying this thing's happened here, this drama or scam or whatever has happened here, we have dealt with it, and this is why. And they should kind of clarify, because I think a lot of stuff gets left up in the air. It's very easy to make content about whatnot, I think, because there's videos. Scams happen all. Facebook, oh my god, it's the worst place for scams. eBay is terrible for scams. All the other streaming platforms have scams and people that are trying to cheat people out of stuff, and they do. It's obviously whatnot has had a lot of high profile stuff go on, and then it's made it for content and everything else, and it, you know, just gets a lot of traction, right? But we know these problems happen. I'm Sweden now. You got scammed many times. What on? Where did you get scammed? On what? To an event on Vinted. With this one everywhere. Oh man. Because all the scams of the various platforms, it always wants the card market now. Yeah, I think I've actually had some messages about these like other like platforms to sell cards on, but I work very closely with whatnot, and they've actually given me some incredible opportunities, chances to go to. I actually got to meet Will, Dr. Applesauce, in the chat. I got to finally meet him, and he's been on my charity streams with Cat Chat and everything, and I finally got to meet Will in America, and that's actually thanks to whatnot that I got to go and do that. You know, I have had some amazing, so, you know, I actually do, it's interesting. I don't know, I can only speak to personal experience, but I think they go, and I also think that the UK is very different to America. The UK started off on a much better, with a lot more knowledge from their experience and everything they did in America, and they were able to learn from some of that when they started here in the UK, and that will happen when they start in France, Australia, and all around the world, and it will change. So yeah, let's go, buddy, let's go, man. Yeah, this is a bit, whereas I would say, like, one of the things I do also love about whatnot is there is actually a very good seller protection in my experience. So I have orders. The weird thing about it is, well, it's basic whatnot managed. The moment a parcel, because whatnot supply the labels and everything, and they decide who the delivery company is. They actually kind of insure the parcels themselves. So if you buy this slab, for example, on my stream, and you pay 50 quid for it, and let's say this gets lost on its way to you or it gets damaged, you just email support or whatnot with the proof and photos, and you get the money back. Like, I don't get asked or anything, it just happens, and I don't lose the money either. You know, they guarantee the coverage of the item and stuff like that. So, and I think that's a really good service. eBay obviously don't do that. It gets very tasty if there's issues as well. You know, I only have good experiences, and I think they're only getting better. It's my honest opinion, and I think other streaming platforms are as well. You know, they'll only get better as they learn, and as they improve. I've had offers for other ones, but obviously I'm, you know, the opportunity, these guys, I don't just, yeah, it's a bit like, you know, working with Ace and stuff like that, you know, and I've like done the affiliate stuff. But I personally love them as a brand, like Ace, and I hate PSA. PSA are the worst grading company. Unfortunately, because people have millions of pounds in them. I don't know. I'll save that because someone's probably asked about that. I'm not going to get too much into that. Wait. The king will? My only gripe with whatnot is they only use every. Yes, that would be the other thing. I wish they would go to DPD full service here in the UK, and I wish they offered a collection button. When you generate the labels, I wish you could hit another button that was like generate collection, and they came and collected from you the next day. Because my issue is if any order goes over a certain value, it goes via DPD, or if it's international, it goes via DPD, and I have to travel 45-minute round trip to drop one parcel off. And more often than not, that parcel I drop off is something I gave away, and it's like one booster pack, and I have to travel to do that, which I hate. I hate when that happens. I'm like, for God's sake, that's a pain in the arse, man. So, whereas my every drop-off is a 10-minute walk or 2 minutes in the car. And then one friggin' international giveaway win, and I'm 45-minute round trip. Pain in the arse that is, I tell ya. Rip the straight through. I know. What's your opinion on Shine Bolt Scarlet Violet Reverse Hollows? I'm not a fan. They're alright. To be honest, like, I think we were talking about this earlier. Anything like, basically, anything that's not an IR or better is pretty dull nowadays, or it seems that way, doesn't it? Like, they've lost their allure. Tell you what would be exciting is if they brought back blooming stamped reverse hollows, and the reverse hollows actually were exciting, like EX era. Like, check out EX Emerald reverse hollows, Holand Phantoms, Fire Red Leaf Green. Oh my god, those reverse hollows. Beautiful! But great question there, Gracie. Thank you very much. Okay, Paul. Will you consider winning man and greatest service if you do open a shop? No. I would not. Reason being, I only use Ace now, and it's so easy to submit yourself to Ace. There's no like limits. It's super simple. I would just go send it direct, use my discount code Mattculli, and you'll get 5% off. That would be my opinion. I wouldn't send stuff to PSA. The damaging issues, the stuff like the responsibility would drive me insane. What if someone's card goes missing? What if I mix something up? What if I do this? Oh, I struggle enough as it is. Like, I've got some hardcore ADHD, and I would struggle with, like, it would become everything if someone's card were missing. I would lose my shit, and I'd feel so bad. I'm like, I'm gonna get cancelled! Ah! Like, I would literally lose my shit, so I would rather stay away from that minefield. There are some amazing middlemen here in the UK if you do want to use PSA. Trust Grading, the Sub Centre, they're the two that I would recommend here in the UK. Love them, Karim and Dan, who run those guys. So if you want to use them, that's what I would recommend. Be well, my friend. See you, buddy. See you, Will. Catch you later, yeah? Aren't Royal Mail going to do DPD drop-off now? I don't know. Is that the case, David? That sounds amazing. Are you playing it or just collecting? I play it pre-release and I play a bit online, but mainly I'm a collector and I collect Charizards. Thanks for the sub, buddy. Matash, shishy. Just blame Cam, that's it. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. Thank you though, Paul, for the question, buddy. Sorry to disappoint. Matt, do you get annoyed if people moan about giveaways that didn't arrive? It's a difficult one, guys, because I don't know if you've obviously seen and you've seen my giveaways. I hate going, here, win a booster pack, and then you get nothing, and then I always throw an extra card in because I pay the postage, and someone might win this booster pack, and they might live in America, South Africa, Australia, Japan, China, wherever. I might have to pay £10 to £15 to post one booster pack with no hits. So I always throw something in because then I feel like it's worth spending my money on. It's worth it for me to do it. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say I've had anyone moan when something hasn't arrived. I know what you guys are potentially referring to, and I wouldn't necessarily say they were I think they were trying to have a conversation with me, but not really because it was via a live stream. So it was like, you know, because I've got the email. It's not at all. I would never not send someone their prize, that's for sure. Like, I think you guys know me, but I've sent people PS5s, Xboxes, Switches, collections worth a lot of money, graded slabs. I've given away thousands and thousands of pounds worth of stuff since this started. I've raised countless, I've got what, 20 grand for charity since I've been doing it and stuff like that. I would never not send someone their prize. I would never, it's not worth me not doing it. but I don't really think I ever get anyone moaning if it doesn't turn up. And if it doesn't, I just go, I'm really sorry. And I send them something else. Like, maybe I shouldn't. You know, maybe if something gets lost, maybe I shouldn't send it to replace it. But I do, because I like to make everyone happy. So, yeah. But good question, buddy. Good question. S, have you changed your name as well? Because you're S ... now. Is this some new thing if we're not like friends or something on Discord? Do you like not see the whole name? Because I've got... What is that all about? I've got W ... as well. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, though. And that, I think that's Sapper, isn't it? Can confirm he sends prices. Thank you, Gengar. Do I think Pokemon is releasing too many sets right now? No. It's been this way for 5-6 years, I think. So that's not changed. Does Ace grade crimped cards? Ooh, they do off-center cards and they grade miscut cards as well. So yes, they probably grade crimped. Yeah, it's very likely. Bro, you give away so much, no one can complain. Yeah. Gave away a lot of Zars. I have given away a lot of Zars. Do I have another charity live stream planned? I've got a really good question coming up, by the way, about grading companies. I'm looking forward to this. I will do. I won't be doing one this year, though. I'm not going to be doing a Christmas one. I think I've just got a lot on. I've currently, on my driveway right now, is my new office on a pallet. So I've got to build that. I've got to move into that. I've got to help my wife set up in this room for her beauty studio. I've got to get ready for like Christmas, but I just, right now, I can't do another charity stream. I'm probably going to wait till next summer. I think it's going to be a while till I do my next one. We will probably, for those of you guys that don't know, I am starting a collectible TCG and collectibles con with Steve and Cam. We're running it together, us three. And we were doing that on February 4th at the Amex. And we'll probably be raising money for charity during that, though. But that'll be slightly different. We've got some ideas around how we're going to do that. So there will be something, yeah. Hey, Cam. My guy. Hello, my darling. How are we? Hopefully that helps, Jenny. So W has asked a question. Okay, honesty time. Japanese modern, want to grade, want to resell, however unsure who to use. This is a question I like because this is something I can get my teeth stuck into here. So PSA is £15 a card with a 65 business day turnaround, highest value, and everyone wants PSA. CGC £10 card, 60 days turnaround. The Law of Pristine 10, however, seeming to be sitting on eBay. Ace, a £10 or £13 with a label. Less than a month turnaround, very light in the UK, sometimes sit on eBay, sell at a good price in a 10, but nowhere near as high as PSA. I know you're an affiliate with Ace, but interested to know your honest opinion and thoughts about the above. I'm really honest about this. You will always make... So, firstly, it relies on the card. What card? If you are grading modern, do not waste your time going to PSA with modern cards, i.e. Scarlet and Violet era, and trying to sell them. Like, a lot of the time, if you do not get a 10 in a modern card, it goes for cheaper than raw value. If you look, and that's PSA, that's any grading company. If you look, Scarlet and Violet era cards, it's just, it blows my mind that something in a 9 will be raw value and you've had to pay to grade it. So regardless, you need to be getting 10s really, or yeah, because there's not much point. Let someone else take the gamble on it. PSI is so shit. They are. Look, yeah. Let me clarify this again for you. Sorry, W. It's, if you want to grade modern, I would really consider researching raw value, the graded value and actually deciding whether or not it's even worth you grading that card. If you are purely selling it, really look into whether or not it's worth you selling it, grading it. And bear in mind, when you're looking, let's say you're looking at Paradox Rift cards now, and let's say, for example, you pull Roaring Moon, yeah? Let's say you've just seen a sold for that card in a PSA 10, and raw value on the card's about £100, right? Let's say you've just seen a PSA 10 sell for £200, and you go, okay, that's worth it. £15 to grade it, cool, post it to America, so maybe let's say it cost me, or post it to a middleman here in the UK, so it's maybe that's going to cost you, I don't know, £8, depending on how you decide to send it, or whatever. You might do track 24, so like £4, so let's say 20 quid it's going to cost you to grade that card. Oh no, then you've got return shipping as well with the middleman, so actually it's going to cost you £30. Realistically, actually, with everything all told, to be able to grade Roaring Moon that's just come out, right? And I'm bearing this on that just coming out. So you're already going down to £170 in value in a PSA 10 over £100. Okay, cool. The other thing to bear in mind is that that card, someone has just paid, what, £80 to grade it because they've sent it on the fastest service to get it back, to sell the first 10. And you know what happens is the 10s drop in value. So you may only spend £30, but by the time that comes out, the PSA 10 might only be going for 130 quid. And by that point, you've actually lost out. You've made zero profit on grading it because you could have sold it for raw at the time right now and made that money and bought something else instead. Modern is so difficult to grade and make money with. Is that making any sense? Oh, we haven't done the winner. We're doing that later on. Does any of what I just said make sense to you? I think there's just so much to consider when it comes to grading like the latest sets that are coming out. I just think prices are so volatile early on that you could really end up like wasting money. And that's one of the reasons I would actually say in this situation, if you want to take a punt, I would grade with Ace at that point, because you could potentially have the card back within 3 weeks, cost you £13 with an Ace label, and if you get a 10, it might be in 3 weeks time, it might be 150 quid an Ace 10, but at least you've only spent £13 plus the postage, if that makes sense. Yeah, you should really yeah. So but what I'm trying to say is grading modern to try and make money is actually a waste of time. If you are wanting to grade cards to make money, you should focus on slightly older stuff. You want to focus on cards where you know the prices. Now, if the prices are set, and if you can look, let's say you jump back to Evolving Skies, that's probably a safer thing to look at because there's a lot of data for how the card prices move. So let me just show you something while we're going to talk about these prices, okay? Because there is a website that's a really cool way to see what's happening with the prices. So this here is called TCG Player, and what TCG Player does is it oh, hang on a sec. There you go. So it's TCG Player. Now the prices are American, of course, but what's quite cool here is you can get ideas of prices. So for example, Paradox Rift has just come out. You can click on this card and you can see a graph here of what's been going on the prices, and this card seems to be going up in value at the moment. Do I see it to continue to go up? Not necessarily. I think it will top out. Maybe it'll push to the 120, 130 pound mark, which actually would be really good for a Scarlet and Violet era card. When you bear in mind that the 151 Charizard is now like, what, 60 quid or something. So for this to be up there, however, people are saying pull rates are harder. Not as many people are buying Roaring Skies cards and stuff like that. So, you know, but you can see there's a risk because you could go, oh, this card's going up. I know, I'm going to grade mine. But it's been out for such a short period of time, it's very hard to, you're taking a huge gamble on grading this card. Whereas if you go on this site and you look at, let's say, go to price guide, and let's say you decide to look at something from Sun and Moon era. So let's have a look here. What we got? Let's do Crowns, isn't it? Well, actually, what? Someone just mentioned a card. Matt, do you want my bad Roaring Moon first? Your bad Roaring Moon for sale. You've got a bad one. Yeah, basically, send your Modern Chase cards to Ace just to get it back quicker. That would be my strategy. Send it there ASAP. Let's have a look. I think someone mentioned a card here, actually. More like Crying Moon, yeah. The US and UK markets tend to be quite different, though. Trends can be fairly similar, but sometimes like Hidden Fates is a lot more in the US than UK. It is. It's not that you're looking at the price. What I wanted to demonstrate is just you can gauge like movement on stuff, and it gives you a little bit of an idea. So I think someone mentioned a card like I tell you what, I love Brilliant Stars. So let's look at Brilliant Stars. Where are your Brilliant Stars? Astral Brilliant Stars. There we go. So let's say you look at Brilliant Stars. And you maybe you're looking on eBay, you're on whatnot, and you're looking at the chase cards in here. So you order by market price. They've actually changed it. They've removed one of their prices now, and they only have market price on here. It's not moving. Oh God, what have I done? Oh God! Ah, there we go. Okay. Now, very interesting actually. This is going off this. This has come down in price. This is like 140 quid. Not that long ago actually. So. But this gives you a good idea. Look at the Ultra Ball. Look at the top 10 in this set. 103, 52, and then everything from 3 down is under $30. That's the top 10 in Britain. $10 for a gold Arceus V-Star. What the frig? Matt, what do you think about getting graded? They sponsor Northwest Card Show. What do you think about Get Graded? I don't like Get Graded. I don't know enough about them. I personally don't like Get Graded. I don't like their label. I don't like their slab. Personal opinion. And I actually think a lot about grading, especially if it's stuff you're in collection. Pick the card, pick the slab, pick the thing you like. If you like Ace, go with Ace. Get their labels. If you like Get Graded, if you like PSA, do what you like. Yeah? That's what I'd kind of say as well. Take that into account. Price charting does this too. Nice. Now there, so yeah, there's a lot of the card just crashed. Yeah, what the heck? Like I'm interested to actually look at this Arceus. So if you click into a card, can you see you get this graph, and you can look back over a time period. So if we look back over the last year, this went from a $26 card, and it's come down to under a $10 card. But it gives you an idea of a trajectory. Now, what I would tell you right now is actually, if this is the case, I would say that this is a card worth buying right this second. I think we've stumbled upon a card that is worth picking up. If you can buy a bunch of these for under a tenner, I don't know if the price is in the UK, but in America, like if you're in America, Arceus is a popular Pokemon. If you can buy a bunch of these and wait, a gold V-Star at that price, at some point that's got to go back up again, because that is so cheap for a secret gold Arceus V-Star. Like, what? When the V-Star Universe one came out, it crashed a lot. Yeah, I guess. But I still think that's super cheap for an Arceus card. Yeah, look, Near Mint's all selling on here, because you can actually buy directly off here if you want as well. There's one for sale, and you can buy it for Near Mint $13.05. You know, so you can actually buy directly on here as well with some of these. I don't know what it's like buying from the UK though for it. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So if you're thinking of cards to buy and grade, you'll find the card there. Then you can get an idea in here of what's going on in the price, and then you can look up what PSA 10 values are and stuff like that. And it'll just give you a better idea on what cards are worth grading. You need to make sure you check the raw value of a card and the sold, and maybe have a little look at the history of it. And you look, actually, this is a card that's on the down, but is there a slight uptick on the way here? You know, is this a card that's worth buying at this very point in time? Is it one that's worth grading? Are they going for what? You know, just have a little gauge about what's going on. Like, let's have a look at the last year with this card. Continuously dropped But actually, in that section, it does look like a slight bottoming out in price now. So again, could be another card worth looking into buying, seeing what they go for on eBay, if you can get anything for cheaper than that as well. Yeah, that was a long ass answer to that question. Hang on, what in the Reiku V? Holy crap! Look at this one though. Climbing. Playability though, right? Once during your turn, if your Pokemon is in the active spot, you can draw a card. It's a playable card, right? Was the Newcastle goal a goal? Yeah, of course it was. That winds me up, that thing. I think people are, yeah, delirious if they think that was, like, it all makes perfect sense. And the ball was actually in, so it doesn't matter. I don't think it was a foul. It was way too soft. Just bloody hell, take the loss and move on. Right. The same thing happened to the Gold Mewtwo from the V-Star. Nice. Okay, so that's that question answered anyway. Let me go back to some other questions quick, because we've got a fair few now. But thank you. So W, I hope that helps answer your question anyway. Do you think they will do a set like 151 for all gens? I would love them to. However, we're still waiting on, like, they seem to just continuously do Gen 1 non-stop. I really do hope they change tack now. I hope we get like a Gen 2 era and stuff like that of cards. We shall see. I think the only way we'll find that out is when, if they make like, it's all to do with games really, and the games they bring out. So we shall see. We shall see. I hope so. Umbreon Hunter. Hey buddy. Matt, where is the best place to source Japanese booster boxes at a decent price, as the UK sellers always seem incredibly expensive, and any Japanese sites would you recommend? So, I can't recommend any Japanese sites really, because I struggle with the same issue. However, Amazon Japan can tend to be quite a good place to pick up some stuff. But the reason that you say English companies are expensive is actually, unfortunately, because as a store I know, our prices just keep going up to buy Japanese product. And what you often find is they don't really have like Japanese product before like my store Evo will get it, has probably been through 4 people's hands prior to getting to me, and every one of them has got their slice of the pie. So yeah, unfortunately, prices of Japanese product right now is just so hard to get it low, and every store as well that takes pre-orders, they ask for their money and the pre-orders before the set details are even released, and it's just it's a nightmare, because you will get sets and they just crash hard. Recently, tons of stores here in the UK were stung bad by Raging Surf. Their cost price, most people's cost price in the UK to buy it as a store from sellers was something like 90 quid. So everyone was selling for like 110, and then the set came out and another wave of product hit instantly, and the buy price was 60 quid. So everyone just got stung, and it's stuck with boxes of Raging Surf at a price that's way too high. It happened massively. What's your favourite modern card? I do love my Brilliant Stars Charizard. I love my Hidden Fates Charizard. I love my 151 Charizard. I like Charizard. What price do you pick up Japanese booster boxes for, if you don't mind me asking? Oh man, it can vary. Mate, honestly, the price is never set. So I can't buy. There isn't a trade price unless you have a company in Japan. And to have a company in Japan, you have to be Japanese, and there's so many bits of red tape that is so hard to do. But to give you an idea, RRP on a Japanese booster box is like £35. So if you owned a store in Japan, you're probably buying them for like 20 quid a booster box. That gives you an idea of how much margin is put on products before they make it to the UK. You then have stores that sell to, not a lot of stores in Japan. Honestly, it's so difficult. Japanese stuff is a minefield, and it's a friggin' headache. I'm hoping I might have a hookup for product as we move forward. However, his price right now is still not great, but potentially they're going to have a trade account. And fingers crossed, I can start being one of the cheapest suppliers of Japanese products here in the UK at some point. So, what do you search on Japan Amazon? honestly, it's buying from Japan is just hard. It's just difficult. You basically try and it's you're exactly right. You say, what do you search? And it's like, I searched the word Pokemon, and kind of, it's so hard to find the latest set on there, because I'm like, do you type it in there in Japanese or in English, and it convert? It's tough. It's a bit like trying to buy on like Mercury or Macari, that's the one. Reiku, oh wait, no, not Reiku. I'd probably have to do a whole thing talking about buying from Japan, to be honest. It's a really difficult thing. One thing you can do to buy Japanese, though, is buy from Facebook groups. There's a lot of Japanese people, Japanese sellers and people who live in Japan that sell. And the funny thing is they message you and they go, let's say they're offering a booster box for 90 quid to people in a Facebook group. And then they know you have a store and you'll get a message. Oh, do you want to buy in bulk off me? I'll give you a good price. Like, cool. Yeah, I can do it for £87.50 a box. They give you like £2.50 off a booster box. I'm like, how the hell do I make profit on that? And bearing in mind that I don't get to claim the VAT back when I buy direct from them in Japan like that, unless I pay an import fee. So actually, I don't make anything. I need to be buying, like, I need like 30% off to actually make profit when I buy product in. It's a pain in the ass. Again, it's hard work. Zetro, buddy, how are we? Yo, you gonna be at London Card Show? I'm sure you are. I'll be there Sunday. I'm sure I'll see you. Amazon V-Star from Japan says available via invitation. Yeah, so I did the same thing, and you apply for that, and I never hear back. I think it's just still on there, and it never went away. I've never heard from them to say I could buy, and I've applied several times. One thing I would recommend is you should get a Tenso account, which is where you have a Japanese address, which means you can apply for all the lottery stuff on the Pokemon Center website, so you'll have chances to win a booster box for the 35 quid, you know. I used to actually buy a lot of booster boxes off the Pokemon Center site, but nowadays, with the price of Japanese products, not a single card product is ever available on the Pokemon Center website. It's so bad. I also think they took all their products and put it in the pop-up shop at Worlds as well. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't put any Japanese products in at Worlds, did they? Now I think about it. It was all English booster boxes. So yeah, that's a complete lie that I just said there. Umbreon Hunter, no way. What's he saying? Umbreon Hunter, what's he saying? Your Minecraft booster box arrives tomorrow. Minecraft booster box! That sounds cool. Oh, Zetro, my son plays so much Minecraft now. He watches videos of people building. I should show him your channel. What am I doing? I'll show him your channel. But he's been building like complete houses from scrap. So he's 7, just turned 7, and he's like going mad building houses and stuff. Like, oh, congratulations, Mr. P. V-Star box from Japan, Amazon is £30. No wonder it's hard to buy. Yeah. Thank you though, Umbreon Hunter. I'm sorry I can't recommend anything, but my recommendation is have a look on some of the Facebook groups, and there's certain ones you'll see promoting all the time, and I'd actually say majority of the guys on Facebook groups who are Japanese based in Japan, they're actually pretty solid. Sometimes you have to pay by ways that you maybe not that comfortable with, and that's like not PayPal. It's often like things like Cash This, and there's a couple of other services that you sometimes do have to use, and there can be fees. But if you're buying it for yourself, I'd actually probably recommend some of those guys on the Facebook groups. So they use Minecraft as a learning tool, as my son's called. Nice. Right, next question. Oh my god. Okay, we've got quite a few here. Okay, let me get through these. General Mystic, I mean, yeah, which item would you choose if you could have everything from that museum? So if I could have any product in the world from Pokemon, what would I have? So there's 2. I would have a PSA 10 Illustrator Pikachu, and then what I would do is I would have it where it was signed by Christ, let me show you. Hold on. I feel really bad now. I've forgotten his name. Ishihara. I would have it signed by Ishihara, like my poster that's signed by Ishihara. That's from Pokemon Worlds, that. But I got water damage, so I have to get it repaired, which is a pain. Yeah, there you go. That was what I'd have, because then I would sell it and I'd buy every Charizard I've ever needed, because I'd probably get 10 million for that Illustrated Pikachu signed by Ishihara. If that got PSA 10, I'd sell it. S, are you actually going to open a physical store, and where? So I would like to eventually open a store. Yes, I would love to. It is an aim of mine, and when I do, it will be down south in Henfield, just north of Brighton, about 15 minutes. It would only really be able to get here by car, or you would get a train to like Brighton and then a bus up to Henfield, which does take 45 minutes. So I'm enjoying keeping it up. Do you guys not want it up though? Should I go back to face? There you go. There you go. I won't. So that is that. That is that. What we'd do. I would like to have one eventually, for sure. D says, how do you get someone to sell a £1,000 collection for £600? Are you a sales wizard or are they naive? No, neither. No, definitely not naive, because I never tell someone their collection. Like, I'm very honest, and I'm just honest. For some people, they just want out of the hobby. They just have something they need to pay for at some point, and they just want quick cash. That's how it works, you know. And I'm very honest about it. They know that I'm buying it to sell it, to grade it, but they also know I give some of it away, and they do stuff. So like, yeah, I don't mind. They get their money. I take the risk. You know, someone's collection might be worth £1,000 a day, but it doesn't mean it's going to necessarily be worth that in a week's time, and it takes time. So no, it's not being a wizard or them being naive, because I'm always very open and very transparent about what's going on and stuff. So, but good question though. What Matash says, what is the hardest card I've ever given away? That is of course going to be the non-hollow Weedle. No, well, it's my Charizards, but in particular, yes, giving away Shiny Star V Charizard to you, Matash, was, yes, very tough to do, Matash, yes. And as Lanky said, that was a loaded question. Bracey's in with another question. By the way, I'm answering questions from my Discord for a while, so sorry if I it takes a lot more time, exactly. People need a quick sale for money, needed for urgent stuff, probably, yeah. I'd have to get a plane from Australia to get to your store. That's it, buddy. What would your... Oh, okay. What would your dream opportunity in the Pokemon community be? Like, what would I love to do? I'd actually really love to go to the Pokemon head office, and I'd love to see how they design and come up with sets. I'd love to sit in the meeting room to see how they talk about it and how they do it, and then how they talk to the artists and stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool to like be in amongst it for like a month or something. And then it'd also be quite cool to go to a printing factory as well, and then to actually go and like slap some sense into them and go, take more care over these, look after them, the quality's terrible. Flying to Gary, it's close here, that's it, yeah. I sell you my Klefki collection for 10k. It's a good deal, that, good deal. Mr. P, what's been your most favourite video you've ever recorded? Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie though, this is the weird thing about YouTube, right? The videos that you enjoy and you take the most time with and you really go, oh, I smashed it, I loved it. They're the ones that do the worst. The videos that you really put no effort into and just got something out tend to end up being the ones that fly. You know, I was very proud of the video that I put together around the whole Logan Paul fake case situation. I really like the timeline. I got a lot of praise from people as well, which is nice. It's nice to get praise for the way that I outline, because I like to structure my videos really well to make them very easy to follow and understand, because I talk so much shit. You would be shocked with, like, I'll do a 20-minute video, 10 minutes of it are in the bin, you know, because I ramble. But I loved making my one where I shot the slabs and shot cards with cam and booster packs. I had so much fun doing it, and that video tanked. Like, that got 500 views. Like, I was shocked. I was adamant that that video would take off. I was like, this is the one cam. This is the one that's going to get those 100, 200k, maybe 1 million views. This is going viral. No. And I just don't get YouTube half the time. Like, I get shorts with mad engagement, with viewership of over 100%, likes galore, all sorts. And it doesn't go viral. And I know I see other shorts with 0, and not to be honest, but not as good as mine, and they get 2 million views on the short. And I don't understand. I do not understand! It's a pain! And it makes you question yourself, and it makes you doubt yourself. And it's hard mentally, and draining. I'm kind of going through that right now. I've had latest videos and shorts, and I do 10 to 12,000 views over a 48-hour period normally on the channel with short form content as well. And of late, of the last few days, it's been basically 5,000 views for a couple. I've halved lately in views, and it's painful, and it makes you really doubt yourself. I don't know why. I also think that lately Pokemon, full-length content, I don't really do much opening videos now, because I personally don't think that people watch them, other than I like doing them as shorts because I like having more fun with them. I like to take the piss. I like cartwheeling. I like fart noises. I like bruh. You know, I like all that stuff that goes into it. And I actually tend to like enjoy when it comes to videos now. I think it's fun with longer ones to do more talking head pieces, whether that's be giving advice, talking about a situation, going through some news, looking into sets. I prefer that now with long form content, and it's kind of a slight change at the channel, and it's evolving. You know, I'll open something when a set comes out, but I'm not going to upload any more Paradox Rift set openings to YouTube right now because no one will watch them. So I'd rather do a short with this and do profit or loss, or something like that, you know, because it's better. Hashtags are the key. Hashtags don't mean YouTube shorts are tough. Most of my viral ones have 200% watch time is the average now. What? 200%? Wait. YouTube are promoting 30-minute videos now. Cookie Cutter, yeah. Do you know what? Cookie Cutter. You weren't someone that I met when I was in Japan at Worlds or anything like that. I would be really interested to pick your brains. I don't know if you have me on Instagram, but I don't suppose you'd mind me asking you just a couple of questions. YouTube, you've obviously got your experience and skills when it comes to YouTube. I'd love to just ask you a couple of questions, and I'm sure if you've got nearly 1 million people over here on YouTube, I'm sure you wouldn't see if I dropped you an Instagram message, you probably wouldn't see it. So, but let's have a look. Sorry. Are you on Instagram? Yeah, you need a video to loop. Okay, cool. No, I was wondering because I know when I was in Japan, there was like obviously like a listed leaf, and there was quite a few other YouTubers there. Ask away. I haven't got you on. What's your Instagram? I'll just drop you a DM. Oh. Oh hey! Oh hey! Thanks, man. Oh, great name, by the way. Wait, did you win a giveaway or something the other day? I swear you were on. Or did you get involved in... Wait, did you buy something on what? I can't remember. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, man. I sent you DM just now. Thank you, buddy. For pack openings, the content has to be different. Like Cool Trainer Ryan, Leon Hart's content died off as he just kept opening base set packs. Yeah, so Leon Hart's actually been doing a lot of very different, like more... He's obviously has an editor now, and he's not doing as many videos and stuff. But yeah, the thing is, you got to do as well. I think what's comfortable for you, and it's like Cool Trainer Ryan does it up, but I couldn't really do what he does. PokeRev just can do some insane shit, so, and I can't do that either. Yeah, I don't know. I like the talking stuff, and I love making short form content. I love making short form content, so. No Digimon, Charlie. No Digimon. So thank you, Mr. P, though, for the question. We've got D is in again. Think the screen names aren't fully showing for Matt. Mine's Dan. Oh yeah, Dan T Dan. Blah, blah, blah. Great question. Here you are, Dan. And they are not showing up. T says, looking to get my first few cards graded and have very little knowledge on which company to use. Which would you recommend to someone who has never had cards graded and would know before? Oh, I love this. This is a great question. Basically, what graded company should you use is what this question is. If you're grading modern cards that you're just pulling and stuff like that, I would recommend, if you're UK based, probably using a UK company. My recommendation would always be Ace, because personal preference to me is these slabs. I love Ace grading. It's quality. They're a company that's continuing to grow month on month as well. So they are very established as a UK company, and they're bigger than any other company in the UK when it comes to grading. So I would actually personally recommend them, and you can get 5% off with code Mattculli. So, however, it is personal preference. You might like PokeGrade, you might like MGC, whatever. Kind of go for whoever you like. Maybe try them all and see which one you prefer. Now, if you're grading old vintage cards and you're purely doing it to sell and make lots of money, potentially make lots of money, then I hate to say it, but it is PSA at the moment. PSA are still the kings at adding value on 10s, especially on vintage. For example, I have this card in an Ace 9. This is a gorgeous card. This is a Gyarados Gold Star from Holand Phantom. A PSA 8 recently sold for 1.8k. My friend Josh actually bought it in a PSA 9, and it went for 1.8k. I would then value this around £1,700, potentially even more, because there aren't any for sale now. This is a super rare card. However, this is very clean, and a lot of people say that an Ace 9 is a PSA 10. If I was to cross grade this to PSA, you're talking 4 to 5 grand for this card for cross grading it. But I won't do it, because I do not trust PSA. I do not like PSA. I think they don't give a shit about their customers at all. They damaged a bunch of my cards in the past anyway. I actually have them here. It's kind of maybe hard to make out, but basically every top right corner, they've scuffed the top right hand corner of all of these cards here. And they don't care. They do not care. And let's put it this way, if PSA launched today and they offered the service that they offer now, they would go under. No one would use them. They only use them because it's historical and it's the company. But they are the most inconsistent graders. You could send a card to them 5 times and it would come back with 5 different grades. Fact. It's been proven. Now, I'm not saying every other company is perfect, but when this is the pinnacle of grading, why do they be so inconsistent? Why are they damaging cards on a regular basis for months and months now? They're a joke. Sorry, there you go. They pissed me off. If they ask you to use a coupon code, there are conflicts of interest. PSA. Oh, you mean me? You mean it's me because I'm saying I've got a discount code? No, but I'm not saying that you should use that. Like, I'm saying that's who I use as a personal preference as well. And that's the only reason I personally have used them for a long time. And then as well with that, I have a affiliate code. But that's not me saying that I just generally think they're good. But I am saying that PSA are not good. But unfortunately, if you want to add value, it's PSA. And also, it depends where you're based, right? I personally don't think you should send cars to Beckett unless you think it's absolutely perfect and it'll get a black label. Because again, I don't think they're the greatest either. If you're in the UK, I'd use a UK company. Whether that be Ace, whether that be Poker Grade, Get Graded, MGC. There was another company that people were quite liking. Is it AGS? It's like an AI grading company in America. Some people quite like them as well. I'm not a massive... I like the concept, but I don't like the label in the case because it's just a PSA case and a very similar PSA label, and I think it's quite... It's not for me, you know, that look. So, but yes. H4TD. You can email Ace. You can submit direct and stuff like that. I think you can apply on their website to get an affiliate code if you like. It's not a sponsor. Like, honestly, there's like 0 to no kickback from it. You know, I might be able to get like, I think 1,000 people have used my code or whatever, and I will be able to grade a few cards in the end with that and stuff with the affiliate code. So it's not nothing crazy or anything like that. It's just something nice. More people get the benefit of getting the 5% off, to be honest with you. Should Mr. P become a YouTuber? Yes, he should. Matt, any tips for increasing watch time views on long form content? I get most subs and views from shorts, but actually videos are really struggling lately. Unfortunately, the way the world is going now is short form content is king. And actually, if I'm really, really honest with you, Umbrian Hunter, if you are mainly getting your views and everything from short form content, and let's say, for example, what's stopping you just doing short form content as your full-time thing with YouTube? You can upload that to Instagram, to TikTok, to Facebook. You can upload that content everywhere. And if that's mainly what you do, and if you don't necessarily make like lots of money or anything, maybe short form content is the way to go. And maybe you even go to doing lives, but YouTube now do lives where it's vertical format. Maybe you start streaming vertical format as well and stuff. I don't know, maybe 8 hours streaming. Well done. 8 hours. However, that wasn't your question though. If you're looking for some advice to increase watch time on your videos, do you know what's really tough? My thing I would always say is you need to still keep the content really snappy. You need changing the camera angles. You need that like punching on the face. You need punching on the hands. You need text, images, GIFs. And you need to keep... So if you sit and watch, let's say, an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you'll see that the camera never stays on one person's face for longer than like 8 seconds. And you're actually getting a lot of TV shows. And that's all to do with like interest. And it might be the camera only moves to the other side of their face, or it goes to the other person, or that. But changes in camera angles make have a big effect in watch time. It's like a proven thing. So whether it be that the camera, maybe for 10 seconds, the camera slowly is zooming in. As you'll notice when you watch the start of my videos, the camera's always slowly panning in and getting closer to me, and then it chumps. And I always focus with that. It's another thing. It's like sales. That first like 30 seconds is so important to the content and whether someone's going to stick around and watch the end of it. So you need to be telling people what's coming up and why they should stay. You need to offer them sort of like the benefit. What is it to you to stay? I do feel as the video gets like longer through that, you don't necessarily have to worry so much. But it's weird, man. You watch some people's YouTube videos and they are just doing what I'm doing now, just talking shit this whole time, right? And some people will get mad views on it. I also think it's down to you. YouTube will promote. I find American content creators get promoted better over UK content creators, especially in Pokemon community. I personally feel if I'd started my channel and I was based in America, I would have a lot more subscribers than what I have now. That's if I gauge that off the size of American content creators and the type of content they put out. Yeah, I do feel like I'd have more, but you know. AK, I confirm. If your channel is monetized, those shorts have awful CPM compared to videos 8 minutes plus. Yes, no, that is very correct. That is very correct. You're not obviously going to make more. However, you know, like, I guess it depends what you're looking to get out of it as well. I'm doing a lot more short form stuff, and actually I'd like to start uploading a short a day at least, and sometimes maybe 2 a day eventually is what I'd like to get into. Because I do feel like with the way the world is moving, more of short form stuff is going to come. It's just going to become the future. It really is. Like I can't see it not being, with the addictive personality, the way that the world is going. How will it not become the thing? Again, though, Cookie Cutter has a lot more experience in this as well, so me see it otherwise. And D says, did you have a day job before streaming and doing Evo? Yes, I did indeed. I've had several. My story goes, I don't have anything to open. We're nearly at the end of the questions for tonight in the Discord, so awesome, because actually it's kicking on. It's nearly 11 o'clock. I want to end by 11. I've uploaded 1.5k shorts in the past 90 days. No freaking way. How many views are you getting from that, like, in subscribers, Umber and Hunter? That's pretty crazy. 1.5k shorts. Holy shit. Cruz creates. I will answer your question quickly first. Hey Matt, thoughts on black and white era holos and EX era reverse holo rares as a long-term investment? Okay. Black and white era. I think that's a riskier one in the sense of I don't know if they'll ever really go up. I don't feel like that era had the popularity and the much as a nice looking as other ones. If you had to pick one, I would go EX era reverse holos all day long. They are amazing cards, and they will start to climb. Like, look at some of these. I've actually got one here. Look, let me show you one. We got 2 here. These are they're reverse holos from EX era. This is amazing stuff to focus on, guys. That is amazing cards to focus on. I think I've got loads here actually. I've got a whole box of them. Reverse holo from Dragon Frontiers. That's a reverse holo, not a holo. That's how much better they were. Jazz's business. She's doing very well. I would focus on EX era is my advice, and I think it's a great shout as something to invest in. I'm new. Hey, Swamjet. Views are very but average about 3k views, some about 10k, but others 200 to 300. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Oh yeah, they won't go back to it. It's such a shame, right? I would focus on the EX era reverse holos, and then if you see some good deals from black and whites, yeah, go for them. But I think you might be waiting a while on that sort of stuff. Black and white is definitely, because even Diamond and Power doesn't have crazy popularity, if I'm honest with you, unless it's like the big hits in there, like the reverse holos on our website and Evo just sit. They really do. Whereas EX era cards, that's what we sell more of that than any other era of card on our website. So that's a good answer for you. Do you hate or love the Gibby Goblins? I love them. I love everyone, guys. I love everyone. Let's answer D's job. Only Pokemon stream right now. Really? Oh, nice. Thanks for being here. So, my next question, and this is actually the final question from Discord. It's closed off till the next stream. It is, did you have a day job before you started streaming and owning a Pokemon store at Evo? Yes, so I did building for a long time, lots of different building stuff. Then it was mainly sales, because as you can see I can talk shit. And I did that, and then I ended up being, before I got back into Pokemon and doing YouTube, I actually became a distribution manager for a big company called Promethean and all the touchscreens. It was a really good job. I got really good money. I got my car allowance, so I had an Audi S3. I was, it was great. Had a baby, had just had Hugo as well, our eldest son, and bam, hit with depression. Like, I was panicking every time my phone rang with my boss. I was well out of my depth. Like, I got this job, I never felt it was good enough to get the job, and I struck mad depression. Curled up under the bed, drinking more, all sorts of stuff. It was bad. I was not in a good way, and I essentially just couldn't do it anymore. Broke down in tears at the office up in Blackburn as well when I was there now. At one point, the manager came in to talk to something, and I just broke down, couldn't talk, crying my eyes out, and basically had some time off, and then kind of decided it wasn't working for them either anyway. And then I was like, what am I going to do? And I just was like, you know what? I need something in my life that I remember as like a really stable and happy time. And one of the happiest times in my life from a kid was collecting Pokemon cards. I freaking loved it, guys. I'm really hunting gifting that membership. I loved it. Thank you, buddy. I loved collecting, and I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do something like that. I need a hobby. I need to do something. And I also didn't want to do a job that was going to stress me out, so I took a job at my local one-stop, which is like a Tesco supermarket. I just worked there in the high street. Didn't really earn a lot. Got benefits, obviously, to help out as well while I was mentally recovering, so that I could just sort of get back. We got help, with like paying rent, child and everything. And I started doing YouTube on the side, and I got to a point where I could make enough money to pay our bills with YouTube and my part-time job. And I decided to take the plunge and go full-time with YouTube. I met someone that potentially had a collection they wanted selling as well, which the opportunity came around, because when I left, the girl that replaced me at One Stop, her dad used to work for Pokemon Worlds magazine, and he had a collection dating back from base set all the way up to black and white era, and it all kind of went from there. I mentally recovered a lot. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I do what I love. Don't get me wrong, I'm stressed a lot, and I do that to myself though. I stress myself out, and I think it's something I'm learning, where I'm learning a lot about ADHD, and I think it's something to do with that. So I've got to try and do a lot of things lately. I'm trying to do more exercise. We've got our dog Dottie now. We want to try and get out to do walks, me and my wife, spend more time with my kids. I'm doing that massively. I went through this period where I was putting so much pressure on myself as well. With the channel, we got to a point, and I was like, damn, I'm getting all these sponsorship deals and so much more pressure and etc. And I need to do this. And I got to this point where I'm like, how do I put this? I wasn't spending time with my kids as well, and it was going away from what I did to make me happy. Why bother working if you can't spend time with your wife and kids and with the people you love and do some things you love? And I've really tried of late to try in the evenings, just chill on the sofa, before the stream tonight. I had some work things I need to do, but we just watched Planet Earth together, cuddled with the wife, had the dog on the sofa, all of us piled on there, they were on their iPads or whatever, watched a bit of MasterChef. I want to do more of that, because what's the point if you can't do that? So, yeah. When do you get kicked out of your studio? Thanks, Rob. But yeah, I absolutely, anyway, so I've had all sorts of things, to be honest, guys, and I've been full-time YouTube for a while, and it's been a balancing act working for yourself, and it is, and there's a lot of things to think about. Do I wish I was doing better? I do. I wish that the channel would accelerate more. I wish I could get even more comfortable with money. I wish I could do more. I wish I had more influence to be able to do more with my charity stuff that I do as well. And I wish I could reach out there and also help more with mental health stuff. But that will happen with time. and I just need to keep working hard. I really struggle with procrastinating though. And like, I need to film a video today, and 5 hours have passed, and I've been putting a cable under the desk going, yeah, I should line it up like this, yeah, that would be great. You know, so, cool. So, yeah, full respect, got to do what you love. That's it. That is it. So, but anyway, that is that, guys. We are done Q&A tonight. We are going to draw the winner of this giveaway because it's late. It's 11 o'clock. I kind of want to go to bed. So, I'm not going to be going. I do not have time to do this. What I would do is I would do another stream at some point. Actually, no, I need to get some cards picked sent off quick. Yeah, we will. At some point, I'll do a stream where we'll go through and pick some cards out to go for grading. Yeah, and we'll do some like research into the cards on the stream, what prices they're going for and stuff like that. But for the minute, let's get comment picker up. So, and let me share the link in the chat for you guys. There is a... Let me just get the video for you guys. So you know what you're doing. By the way, thank you so much for all you guys that came. Very much appreciated. View my channel. So which one was it? It was this one. I got it. There we go. Okay, guys, so this link that I'm about to drop, you need to go and drop a comment on that link if you want to enter the giveaway. Look forward to more of these streams. Oh man, did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it. Hopefully, I feel like I'm just going to do more of this. I think how it's probably going to end up here on YouTube, guys, is I'll probably do more just giveaway breaks at the end of the month for like members and subscribers, and then I'll probably just do more of this, like just Cully's Corner, and just go live, have a guest on. Just I feel like that suits me better, and also I feel like I can give more worth with that rather than trying to sell packs to you guys on a YouTube stream. I don't know. We might, don't get me wrong, we might still do the odd break if we want to celebrate something. Maybe we'll do like a big vintage box or something like that every now and then. Or if a new set drops, but I don't want to focus too much on trying to worry about trying to sell a box break or something like that. At the end of the day, I do so much of that on YouTube. I might as well just on whatnot. It's just easier. Hey, definitely not Derek Reyes. We are good, but we are just about to end. We are just doing a spin the wheel. Not spin the wheel, comment picker. Facebook, YouTube, comment picker. Drop the video in there. Filter duplicates. Okay. $11. Oh my god, I actually have to. Okay, we have the answer. There are 50 comments to choose from. Right, I'm going to share the screen then, guys. So here we go. Not that one. My bad. It's this one. Here we go. Yo, the membership just came through. Wait, didn't you already? Why is that only coming through now? It's very delayed. Here we go then, guys. So we've got the comments in. So what, I'll do it one more time just to make sure in case anyone else comments it. Sorry. Okay, it's fine. Let's do it. Who's won the slab? Remember, you don't have to be here to claim. I'll take a quick screen grab and I'll upload it to the community tab. I'll also drop it in the Discord for anyone that would like to try and claim. I do want to say thank you so much to all you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will look to try and do more, 2-3 of these streams a month for you guys, where we just answer questions, look at the market, talk a bit of shit about Pokemon, and even just life. So, right guys, let's do this. Who won? Wait, who won? Who? No one did. Oh, for God's sake. 11. Two plus 7. Alright, 52 comments, and here we go. And the winner is Daniel Harris. I believe Daniel Harris is here. Let me screen grab it anyway. I'm going to do a post so that everyone knows who won. But congratulations, Daniel Harris. You are our giveaway winner, buddy. Congrats. Daniel Harris, are you here? I'm not sure, but I can definitely put it in the... where's the screen grab? Where'd it go? There it is. Oh wait, actually no, I don't want it there. I want it in Pikachu Slam winner. There we go. Chuck the picture up. I think you are here, aren't you, Dan? Are you? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to call it a night now, guys. I'm going to go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so, yeah, just thank you. Thank you, guys. Very much appreciated. Oh, before I go, actually, I want to show you one thing. Voltec's new binder. They sent me this out, and I was in Portugal, unfortunately, so I didn't get to do any posts. I will drop a little post, maybe a little short, on opening the brand new Scarlet and Violet's Paradox Rift. This looks sick with the white and the blue, like... Oh, I'm going to do a short peeling the tabs, make a little video, a little something for that. And yeah, just thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace!